Hey guys, in today's episode, something big is coming next Friday. New game modes have been confirmed for the next Clash Royale update, and CRL China is coming to a close. All that and more in today's episode of Clash Worlds. Hey guys, Legendaray here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash Worlds. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hot topics in CR eSports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish off the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash Worlds, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. Also, go check me out on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there now, so link to it will be in the description. This week, not too much has happened, so it will be a bit of a shorter episode, and with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section, New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. This week, of course, we have had our first look at the Elixir Capture game mode. Honestly, I quite like this game mode, although Inferno Towers are super good and pretty much used everywhere in this challenge. Personally, I used the Double Prince Bait deck and was able to go 10-0, and it's honestly a super interesting game mode that really makes the match start immediately instead of, in normal matches where sometimes you wait a minute or even 2 minutes before you guys make your first move. What are your thoughts on this challenge? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. In addition, there's been a pretty constant flow of new custom challenges recently, with a triple elixir challenge starting tomorrow. So keep up these challenges, Supercell. Next up, we've got a new community post on the Clash Royale subreddit. Let's take a look. Firstly, there's a new community manager in Clash Royale called Daria. Hopefully she should be a new face in these new TV Royale episodes. You can tell that the Clash Royale team is starting to, hire more and more people onto their team, which is definitely a very good move as Clash Royale matures as a game. They've also been playtesting a few new game modes for the next Clash Royale update. Clash Royale, like I said previously, has been doing pretty good at releasing new game modes, so I trust that these are gonna be good. And finally, here's the biggie. Next Friday, keep your eyes peeled for something new coming to Clash Royale. Now, let's try and decipher what this means. What things can be new added to Clash Royale? They said they're going to be making new game modes for the next update, so I doubt that it's going to be a new update or a new game mode. So that leaves a new card. Now, I've got some more proof as well. Now, in a post over a month ago talking about what's coming in the April update, they said that there was going to be 2 cards released in the April update. However, we only got 1, so maybe 1 card was good for release, and that was the Earthquake. The other maybe needed a little tweaking, so its release might have been held back until now. In addition, Seth said in his blog post about Earthquake spells, introducing an anti-building spell could increase the interesting choices in deck building and give us the freedom to design more buildings in the future, since a strong counter would exist. And when you think about it, it makes sense. The dev team wanted to release a building with the Earthquake spell in April. That way, there would still be a good counter if Clash Royale saw a huge influx in building usages. So, could we be seeing a new building soon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Now that's going to do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the eSports update. The eSports update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent eSports competitions. This week, CRL China is beginning to come to a close. Here are the current standings. As you can see, Gen G and Nova Esports have already secured a spot into the playoffs. Definitely give CRL China a watch if you can as the regular season wraps up. The meta is super interesting and fun there and really switches things up. Now that we're caught up with the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. First things first, we've got a critical bug on the Reddit reported by 1000 Evan. Bug: my opponent placed E-barbs, but the rage didn't come out. Oh my word. Supercell, fix this now. Actually, on second thought, never mind. Next up, we've got another image you can unsee. Goblin faces. Man, these posts are super funny. Huge props to Clash Gardener for posting these. And finally, we have a super interesting new chest idea by Mew Purpur on the Reddit. doubler chest. You get 4 stacks of 25 rares each. After opening, you must double one of these stacks. Now this is honestly a very cool and interesting concept. In my opinion, the chest is a little bit OP, giving out 125 rares, but the concept itself is very unique and interesting, kind of similar to that of a lightning chest. But you know, instead of replacing a stack of cards, you get to choose a stack to get more of. Really good idea, and I do hope the Clash team does give this idea some thought. And now that we've covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. This week, we've seen a huge rise in P.E.K.K.A control type decks, especially with the use of cards such as Lightning, Ram Rider, as well as the newly buffed Dark Prince. Speaking of which, Dark Prince has also increased a ton in popularity this week, being seen in Control, Giant, Graveyard, and so much more. Royal Giant is still super duper popular in this meta, and so is that one balloon deck that I really do not like. Goblin Giant Sparky is another super popular yet very niche deck as well. I mean, the Sparky and the Giant Goblin just aren't seen in any other deck except for when they're in combination with each other. Minor Poison is also another very niche deck in this meta that is also very popular. There's just that one variation of Minor Poison with the Prince and the Inferno Tower that does really well. Other than that, Minor Poison is not seen at all, which is definitely very interesting. So that's the meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by Giant King YouTube, and it's a very interesting double Prince Ram Rider minor control deck. Overall, other than your minor's opponents onto your opponent's tower, you will be mainly focusing on defending at first. Your Princes and Ram Rider are super good at defending and then counter pushing, and your Wizards and Inferno Dragons are very heavy hitting defenders. It's a relatively simple deck to play as long as you play smart defense to manufacture a positive elixir advantage. So, without further ado, let's get right into a battle. Alright, hopping into this match, we're going to be against Leo Boss from the clan Clash Romania. So good luck to this guy. And starting off this match, you know, we're going to kind of play it chill right now. You know, starting off with this deck, it's not exactly the cheapest deck in the world. So we're just going to see if he's going to make the first move. If not, we'll just go ahead and send in a miner onto his tower, try and get some chip damage, and yeah, let's see here. Send it in the safe position, of course. And, okay, it's gonna get, actually, no hits onto the tower right there. The E was really well played right there. Catching it, we're just gonna cycle a zap right there. Unfortunately, that E-Wiz probably will get a hit onto our tower, but now again, we're just going to wait for him to make the first move, and it looks like he's not going to do anything, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and cut to when the action starts. Alright, so he's actually going to go in with a Battle Ram right at the bridge. I'll just go ahead and follow up with that Dark Prince right there. Unfortunately, one of the Barbarians will actually go to the tower, which kind of sucks. It's going to get 2 hits, but that's fine. Right at kind of quote-unquote the start of the match, we should be just fine. He's going to go with the Royal Ghost right there. He's actually going to waste his zap as well. So looking pretty decent right here. This looks like we're going to be against a P.E.K.K.A control deck. So as that Prince goes in the left lane, we're going to go with the Ram Rider in the right. And as you can see, we knew that he was probably going to go with that P.E.K.K.A right there. So as you can see, that Ram Rider in the right gets a massive connection because we took advantage of the fact that he has so low elixir because he had to obviously spend 7 on that Prince. So here E-Wiz, oh my god, okay. We actually completely screwed up that E-Wiz placement right there. Should have gone on top of the Mega Minion, but it's fine. Still gets 1 hit onto the tower, taking it down to 1682. So looking pretty good right now. Minor onto that tower. I know that the P.E.K.K.A control deck does not have Tornado, and as you can see, that's going to force out 7 elixir onto that miner right there. He's going to spend an E-Wiz and that Royal Ghost. And here, again, just Dark Prince onto that Battle Ram right there. We're going to zap it just to make sure that it doesn't get too much damage. And here, let's go with the Ram Rider on the left because he still has to address our Prince on the right, or else I think it's going to get a hit onto the tower. So when he's here, yep, see, he has to spend that E-Wiz on that stuff. Ram Rider connects on the left, E-Wiz on E-Wiz right there, sending in that miner. And let's go get Dark Prince right there. Oh, unfortunately, we missed that right there. That Bandit connects just barely onto the tower. But look at that Miner taking the tower down to 1,000, under 1,000 HP. So here, Prince down to go ahead and take out that Royal Ghost right there. And as we head into double elixir time, things are looking pretty good. Let's go with an E-Drag right here. Okay, this is actually kind of a spicy push right here. So let's go with a Zap right there. Let's go into E-Wiz. That'll drag the P.E.K.K.A back. And let's see, we're just going to tank that Bandit on the right. Dark Prince right there will stop that Battle Ram right there. And let's see here. Okay, the P.E.K.K.A. Oh my god, the P.E.K.K.A's on the tower. That's so bad. Oh my god, the P.E.K.K.A takes the tower all the way down to 352. Alright, we're going to have to go all in right here. As soon as we save to 8 elixir, we're gonna go with a Ram Rider in a miner onto that tower. As you can see, he has to spend elixir defending our push right there. Here's go with a zap. That Ram Rider gonna get a connection onto the tower, and that miner is actually gonna finish it off right then, right there. And that Dark Prince actually was not gonna be down in time to stop that bandit. So super duper clutch match, and as you can see, we did pretty good against one of the best decks in this meta. So there we go, guys. That was the off meta deck of the week. I definitely recommend you guys give this a try. Really good, fun deck. Double Prince is such a fun combo to play with. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.